everybody, welcome to the Vitruvian Live. Well, I know it has been a couple of days since my last episode, and that's because I was at Essen Spiel 2018, the biggest convention in Europe, the biggest board game convention in Europe, in Germany, where I have been for a couple of years now, working for Portal Games quite a bit and walking around buying games and all that good stuff. Now, so I'm back from Essen, and it has been a special one, and I think I will dedicate another video separate from the Vitruvian Live to show you my loot, as they call it, my Essen Spiel loot, where I show off all the games that I bought. But I wanted to talk a little bit about the experience in this episode, and so my Essen starts since a couple of years. My Essen starts at Wednesday, where I leave around noonish to Germany. It's only a 2-3 hour drive depending on traffic, which is okay, but I take my time. At the road, I know many people think you can drive as fast as you can in Germany, but on the way to Essen there are not that many places where you can drive as fast as you think. So I went there easy, so I arrived somewhere in the afternoon, and then I went to the hall, to the Messe, which is called the Messe, and I walked around a little bit, said hi to some people, and that's all I do there on a Wednesday, just feeling the atmosphere, getting mentally prepared for what the craziness that will start on Thursday. So I was staying at a friend's place, someone I got to know at my travels with board game, with Cardboard and Son to Paros, Greece. And I've been staying with him and his wife for a couple of years now there. And so thank you again, Kai and Rebecca, for letting me stay there, because of course I don't have to pay for a hotel. It's close to the fair, very easy, so very convenient for me, and it's very much appreciated. So that's always a lot of my mind, because otherwise you have to book a hotel and stuff like that, and all those stuff. So first evening we went for dinner, and then we went to bed early enough so we were bright the next morning on Thursday. I always try to get there very early. Most of the days I was there around 8. You cannot get in earlier than that, I think. So in the fair only opens at 10, so I get 2 hours to just roam around. And again, that atmosphere, I love it. It's still rather quiet. People are slowly coming in and setting up their booth, preparing for the busy day. And Thursday was my demo day, so I had to demo all day, and I was demoing Monolith Arena, which is was the new game of Portal Games. And that was it was a busy day. Thursday is busy as well. It's a very busy day. People go there on Thursday because they want to be sure that they have the new hot games for sure. So 9 hours straight explaining Monolith Arena, 2 bathroom breaks, no lunch, just go. It was craziness, but it was okay. I liked it. I had a very good time doing it, so it's not too hard a game to teach. So that was a nice day to start off with, to start off the fair with. Then we went for dinner with some Dutch people, with my colleagues from Portal Games Benelux and some friends of theirs, and we had a good time. We went for pizza, very cheap pizza place. Wow, crazy, but it was good food. Again, I left early enough, so I was bright, so I could sleep enough, because sleep is so important. You really need to sleep enough to survive the 4 or 5 days spiel. The other folks, they apparently took a little bit longer and managed to get some beers, and you noticed the day afterwards. So the day afterwards, Friday, what did I do on Friday? I walked around a little bit, picked up my pre-orders. So I went from hall to hall picking up my pre-orders. At noon there was the mat rate, where I had to give the games that I sold through Board Game Geek to all the people. Which I don't like doing that because it's so busy. It's craziness, really. It's a crazy thing. All those people standing outside holding up their name sign with boxes of games, and oh man, I had to wait a long time for one person because I had a bunch of games I sold and one person didn't show up, couldn't reach him on the phone. So it took a while, but in the end, just before I was about to go back into the hall because it was getting really cold outside, he showed up, he just arrived, and everything was okay. After that, I didn't have that much time anymore, so I had to go to the Portal Games booth again because I had another shift there. So 5 more hours of doing the Monolith Arena demoing. Again, very busy, always busy. There were no moments that I had no one on my table. Even I had to do multiple tables at once. So do the explanation, go to the next table, check if everybody was all right. So it was a busy day, but I like it that way. I prefer it that way instead of being bored and having to wait for people to show up. So that's Friday, and Friday evening I went for dinner with the people from the people that I know from traveling to Paros. This is the second year now that we go to this place called the Peppercorn, which is this great steakhouse, awesome steak. We had a great time, played someone's prototype, laughed, and had a great time reminiscing. It's awesome to meet those people each year again because that's the only time we have to meet each other because we all live in different countries. So that's always nice to do. Saturday, wow, oh man, Saturday. I was feeling sick on Saturday. I had a bad night, I felt feverish, had a headache, and it stayed there all day. Now, normally Saturday was supposed to be my going all in day, visit booths, try demoing, try playing games myself, figuring out which games I wanted to buy, and all that jazz, meeting with friends, joining them for games. And I did, but not all in because I was feeling really bad. And at a certain moment, I just went to the Portal booth again. I went to their storage room behind the booth, sat down on the floor, put my head against some boxes, closed my eyes, and tried to filter out all the noise because, man, Saturday at Spiel is craziness. I think it has never been so crowded before. You could barely walk through some halls, especially hall 3. I think it's craziness. It's like trying to get through there. If you're carrying a backpack, oh man, it was craziness. So that was a very long, tiresome, not the best day for me, sadly enough. I managed to buy some games, and I played one, but I was not feeling it at all. I played 2 games, sorry, because because one of the coolest things that happened, I played a prototype of Heritage, a vampire game by my friend designer Babis Janis, and he has this. So I had an appointment to do a demo in the morning, and I was luckily enough and honored to be joined by Rob and Christina from Blue Peg, Pink Peg, which is a podcast about board games, which I really love. It's my favorite podcast of all time at this moment, and I was very honored to meet them and to play with them. So that was cool. That was a moment where I forgot my headache and stuff like that. So that was cool. Saturday ended. I was dead tired, but we had a party with Portland Games at the booth. So we had pizza and beer. I only did the pizza thing. I'm not an alcohol drinker, but I had fun. I forgot how I was feeling. Laughed, talked, had a good time. So that was cool. That was the first time they did that. Last year we went to dinner with them, but it was more like a private thing, and now we had the whole team with the volunteers joining us, and having some pizza and, having a good time. So that's great. Thank you for that, Ignacy and the rest of the Portal team. So then Sunday was there. We could sleep an hour longer because of the winter time. So that was very cool. But I had a very bad night again. I slept very bad, very poorly. But I was not feeling sick anymore, so that was good. And normally on Sunday I go through all the halls again. So I did. So I went through from hall 6 all the way down to hall 1 and ended in hall 3. So again, walking through all the aisles, watching everything, buying some more games. And what I really always do is get back early enough. So get to my car and leave for Belgium early enough, so I'm still not too tired to drive. I went home on an evening one year and it was not safe. Honestly, I was so tired from the whole weekend that it was just not safe to drive 3 hours straight. And so last years I've been leaving the fair around 1 or 2 p.m. and go home. So that's what I did. But also I had to do it because I promised Elisa a dinner, because yesterday, Sunday, it was our 9-year anniversary. So it was 9 years ago since we got together as a couple. And so we went for a nice dinner, had some great Chateaubriand, some dessert and all that stuff, good stuff. We ate way too much. So that was nice. And that was the end of my Essen. So as you can see, I bought a lot of games, got a lot of games. It looks like craziness, I know, but I still stayed into budget. But that's something I will talk about probably later this week. I'm not sure if I'm going to film it today, where I will show you what all this stuff behind me is. So anyway, this has been a long episode of the Vitruvian Live. I'll be here again on Wednesday with a new one, and I hope you will be there as well. Thanks for watching, folks. Thanks for being here. Thanks for subscribing, for following me, for commenting, whatever. Thanks for all of it. I see you soon. Bye-bye.